Hey YouTube, this is Trains and Destinations, and today I am here with a quite unexpected unboxing. So I know in this channel I typically do unboxings of laptops, but today I'm going to unbox a printer. So this was completely unexpected, but over the weekend my old printer, my old all-in-one, unexpectedly failed. It didn't fail completely, but there's just too many issues with it now, so I just decided, what the hell, let's get a new printer. So, today I'm going to unbox this. This is the HP Tango. So let's go ahead and take a slightly closer look at it. So, the HP Tango, this is not a cheap printer. This cost me $150, which for comparison, there are tons of printers that you can get for well under $100. The cheapest ones from HP and Canon, usually around 50 bucks. So the question is, why is this $150? And mind you, this is not a all-in-one. This is not an all-in-one. This is just a printer. So you can scan on this, but that is through the HP Smart app on your phone. But the printer itself, it cannot scan, and it is not a copier. It is just a printer. Well, the reason why is this is so expensive. Now, to be fair, $150, there are more expensive printers than this, but the point is, it's about the size. This is one of the smallest printers that you can get, and once I open it up, you'll see how small this is, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you probably have printers or copy printers that are a decent size, and so, anyway, I'll just tell you all some of the features here. So this is a smart home printer. So the idea is that you can set up this whole thing through your smartphone, through the HP Smart app. And that's how it works. Essentially, you control the whole printer, all the settings and stuff is done through your phone. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. This is an HP Instant Ink printer. So if you want to take advantage of the HP Instant Ink program, you can do that with this printer. And so you can see here, obviously, a little picture of the box. Now, if I turn the box over, you can see, again, this is a pretty darn small printer. This is a pretty small box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open it up. There really isn't much to say. I'm not an expert on printers, so I can't tell you, like, oh, you know, these are the specific specs, and this is the speed it can print at. What I will say is, I can say the basics. This does print in black and white. It uses HP 64 ink. It uses two specific ink cartridges. It has a black cartridge and then a multicolor cartridge. So yeah, there you go. So once you open up the box, this is pretty cool. You can see it very easy to open. There we go. So once you open up the box, you can see you're greeted with this, which says plug in, then set up with the HP Smart app. And that's about it. And so, wow, this is the printer itself. Wow, look how small this is. Wow, this is a really tiny printer. Can you believe that this is a printer? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Now, I'll get over size comparison in a sec, because I do have my old printer still. But let's see what else is in the box. So, for one thing, we do have the user guide, which is pretty small, pretty much. And it tells you what the setup is. So first you have to plug it in. Then you have to download the HP Smart app. That's required for setup. And then after setup, that's about it. So let the camera focus a little. And it's focusing a little now. But yeah, that's what you have to do. So what you have to do is, all you do with this printer is you plug it in. Then you install the HP Smart app on your phone, and then it'll guide you through the rest of the process. So, like I said, this is a pretty darn small printer, as you can see. And like I said, I'll show you what else comes in the box. Not much else. So apart from this and the manual, you do get this, which I'm not exactly sure. I think what this is that this is your tray. So the paper comes out like right here, and then the idea is that you can put the printer on top of the tray like this. So the printer just kind of sits on this tray, and then this slides out. So when your paper comes out, it'll pretty much come out here on this tray. So That's basically what it does, as you can see. If I zoom out a little. So this is your printer, and then the printer sits on top of this tray, and that when you're ready to print, this then comes out of the tray, and then your paper, of course, ends up right here. So that's pretty clever. And, you know, it's clever. Now, what I was going to say is that there are two versions of this. This is the standard HP Tango, but then there's another version of this, and it's called the Tango X. And the only difference with the Tango X is that instead of this plastic tray, it actually comes with a fabric cover that acts as both as the tray where the paper will come out, and it also is a cover. So if you want that, you can, but it is an extra $50. So that's called the Tango X, and that is $200. This is the standard Tango, and it's $150. Now, what else is in the box? We got our power cable. It's a nice it's a white plug, pretty interesting. And it does come with complimentary ink, as you can see. So this comes with, like I said, this uses HP 64 ink, and it comes with 2 ink cartridges in the box. That's pretty nice. And so that there is your black ink cartridge, and this here is the multicolor cartridge. Now, from what I understand, having individual color cartridges is better than just having one color cartridge for everything. But, again, it works. It'll get the job done. This is just meant, really, if you have a small space but you want a printer, or if you're a college student, you just need something that's portable, because, this thing certainly is portable. And just to compare the size, this is right here my outgoing printer, or my all-in-one system. This here is the HP DeskJet 2624, which I got this back on Black Friday in 2018 for $20. I'm not joking. This thing cost $20. And if you're wondering, well, how's this thing only $20? It's because brand new this thing was only brand new this was only $50, and it was a Black Friday special to where it then went on sale for $20 for Black Friday. So I had this, and for the past year and a half, this thing worked just fine. Nothing crazy about it. So how this thing would work, as I zoom out here, zooming in. So the way this printer worked, you had this tray, the feeder tray was up here, it came out of the top. And then obviously if you want to scan or photocopy a document, you would do it through here. And then down here, this is where your paper would come out. And as you can see, this was pretty crude. You can see when I close the door, there's a gap right there. So as you can see, barely stays closed. So I guess I should have expected this. This was a very cheap printer, all-in-one I should say. Again, I paid just $20 for this. But again, it did work for a year and a half, so I am proud of that. And in terms of what went wrong, at first the Wi-Fi on it went a bit iffy. The Wi-Fi on it was iffy, so I would have to print it through it directly. I couldn't do wireless printing on it at times. And then probably the final straw is that now it won't print because there's an issue with the Instant Ink. I really tried to install this or add it to my HP Instant Ink account, but it was just giving me trouble, and I just got tired of it. And again, you can see it's starting to fall apart. But for a $20 all-in-one, we got the job done for a year and a half. And so, yeah. Oh yeah, and likewise, I'm not sure if you can see this, but if you open this up, your ink, as you can see, is in there. So that's how you'd access your ink. But again, this is the outgoing system. Let me show you the new system. So first, before I show you the features, I'm gonna take off this protective wrapping, being very careful as to not scratch anything. There we go. Again, it is crazy how tiny this thing is. This thing is so tiny. But anyway, so how does this work? Well, let's see. So if you lift up the top here, you get this little piece of styrofoam you can remove. And I believe through the top, this is where you insert the paper. So you put the paper through here and it comes out here at the bottom. And, oh yeah, so you can also open it up like that. And that's how you get access to your ink. So this, like I said, this takes HP 64 ink. And your ink goes in through there. So, like I said, the paper comes out here in the bottom. I'll put it on the tray just to show you. So the printer goes on the tray like this. And then your paper comes out there. And then this is where you put in your ink. Like that. And then it looks like that the paper, yeah, you put in the paper here. And it goes through here. So I believe this can only accept up to 50 sheets at a time. But you can see though, this thing is just insanely portable. It's insane how portable this thing is. So, that's about it. I'll be very curious. I'll be very curious to see how it works. And another interesting thing though, is that, like I said, the only cable you get is a power cable. Usually on these printers, you usually get two cables. You get a backup, you get a power cable, and you also get a backup cable, which is a USB cable that can connect directly from your printer to your laptop just in case you have a Wi-Fi issue, either with the printer or with your network. But you don't get this with that. You don't get that. And so it'll be very interesting to see how well this works. So, I'll be trying it out. And I might do a video on this in the future, but I don't know. I'm not into printers. I like laptops. It's just my old all-in-one happened to break, so I got this one, and, why not make a video of it? So overall, this has been my unboxing of the HP Tango Smart Printer, and thank you all for watching this video.